Hello. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, Firefall. Hello, Little Chick. Hello, Shred. And to answer your quip, Firefall, it's not in regards to me. It's to do with the three main characters of Dual Destinies, which we'll come and see. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. I have been looking forward to Dual Destinies for a very long time. Like, basically since I started streaming. But in order to get here, I wanted to play through all the rest first on stream. Because I never actually played any of them. Shit. Already starting off strong.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
It just turns out slightly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done.
I've seen her art before and I really like her design.
You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Hey, you got it back. The open coat, the chain. Oh. That's fucking sick. Turnabout countdown. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy. Without discretion. So all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Oh, I forgot it's in 3D. Oh. Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, hum a little tune great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oof. I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell you. What happened to his arms? This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo's the lead for the defense on this case. We're gonna be here at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. So, maybe one day I hope Capcom will, because we're doing the Phoenix Wright trilogy. Or sorry, we did the Phoenix Wright trilogy. We're doing the Apollo Justice trilogy. Maybe we can get the Athena's trilogy. Whatever the last name is. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo? Athena. Thank you for doing this for me. Okay, but the pine cone on the bow tie is kind of fun. Junie. At least I won't have to do the coughing and shit. Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. And she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. That's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, you know. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I got it. It's strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me. Standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there that they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial we just can't lose. Oh. Apollo! Apollo. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice. Huh? Trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. Ugh. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial is about to start, with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Dina. You're not seriously... You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second and think what you're saying. You ever once taken on a case alone before, right? Ain't no problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Athena. And that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just might burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that I can't be there, but I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. Yeah, Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. Interesting. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. Uh-huh. What's the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. How many times has your ass been kicked, buddy? Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not at all surprised to use that as an excuse to run away. Oh, this is gonna be good. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? What? The nerve of that guy, I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. Ugh, this arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk. No, Widget. Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. Oh, so it's a little robot buddy. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Eh. Well then. If that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. Contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, that device of yours says what you're thinking. And you indeed said I was... What was it? Elegance at work? Actually, it was arrogant jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let's get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. Does his name change every game? Because I thought it was Rookie Killer. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk. Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then. The incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse, in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. Mr. Justice was there as a lawyer for the defense. A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident. The courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. But there was in fact one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. Courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast. The body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Between 8 and 11. Stuffed animal bomb. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial, okay. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling alright? You're looking a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm alright. Judy is really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes. I came to know Apollo justice through my friend Dina. And so, I was there yesterday. To watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant's Humiliator? Looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Does this arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant shit. Prosecutor Payne. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Dina. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne. Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She said they can even help you see into the future. They can? And that's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet, meek girl like this blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. Excuse me. Did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Now wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. I can see the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. Miss Woods was the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. And what exactly was so unique about it? Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? I notice you appear to be very nervous, and, well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. Oomph. What did you say? Nothing, not a single thing. Now let's see. What was it supposed to do at a time like this? Oh. Alright, Ms. Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was inside a stuffed animal? Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. Very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There. How do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start. I can do this. Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I didn't even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have to do with the defendant? The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It's a tail, Your Honor. The tail of the poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tail? Your Honor is so very close, but no. It belongs to the stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trunked up. I hate mascots. That's so wrong on so many levels. Phony Fancy's tail is made of vinyl cloth. And we found something very interesting on the surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? Phony Fancy provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. Clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Juni's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. Court accepts it into evidence. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. Better come up with something, for Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. No, I have to say something. Fast. Oh no. I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court?
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
So she has PTSD then.
Objection!
Why, it's you.
Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in this place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real tough time on my own. We barely got anywhere. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Let's turn things around. You got it, boss. Oh, look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me. That's a good slam right there. Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? Not at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition. Very well, I grant special permission. You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? What? For I am Gaspin Payne. I am the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. Okay. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with at your hands. Hold on, why am I getting pinged on Discord? Oh, sorry. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Your Honor, prosecution would like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as how the accused detonated the bomb in court. Very well, please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Witness? Name, Ted Tenade. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have. Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. Sounds exactly like a robot. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. You can. But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking is greater than typing. Understand? What an odd witness. Mr. Tenate was in charge of the bomb for the trial and was there when it went off. Being a bomb squadron specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked. I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well, the court will hear Mr. Tenate's testimony. At the very least, show this court some respect and remove that face guard witness. Okay, kinda creepy. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name, HH-3000. Operated by timer or with a remote. Hello, Gumbo. How you doing? I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. Oh, good, Gumbo. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be even less lobotomizing. I guess this makes you the blue monkey and this barrel of fun boss. Ahem. I'd like now to begin my cross-examination. Mr. Tenate, what is that? HH-3000, aka a bomb. A bomb? Great googly moogly. Mr. Tenate, I demand that you disarm at this instant. Disassembly complete. Hmm. 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH-3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success, explosion equals failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looks like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. He's lying. The timer's broken. Dimensions 10 height by 10 width by 10 depth. Weight 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It is a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it. Witness that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. And now, does it have the... Oops. Okay, so it does have it. Where's Miss... Oops. Where's Miss Sykes gone to? Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. Guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey, put a sock in it, Widget. Yeah, as transparent as ever. Let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Alright. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press R when the option to consult with me appears. Huh. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there is a slightly help unfuck me from this corner state. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time.
Hold it!
Say that you disarmed the bomb. Are you really sure it was disarmed? Absolutely. I can disarm anything. In a flash. That looks more like dismantle than disarm to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Is there any chance that you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to err is human. Although the jury is still out on this guy. If you must know, Mr. Wright, according to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. I guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tenate? Certainly. HH3000, operated by timer with remote. What is the approximate size and weight of the bomb? Dimensions 10 by 10 by 10, weight 12 pounds. This information is also written on the photograph. Ah yes, here it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick. It certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal. I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit. Very well. I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tenate, you were keeping an eye on the bomb? Where were you watching from? Yeah, I'm just gonna present.
Objection!
So you say you saw the bomb's countdown. Is that right? Of course. I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tennate, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? Ugh. But that is like... Or... What? No. That does seem like a glaring inconsistency, indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. Found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena. When you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. Sorry, give me a second here. Pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it. Right, boss? The question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tennate? Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I remember now. A sound. I knew because of the sound. Sound? What sound? The timer of this type of bomb is switched on. It beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal. I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It is not like disassembling a toaster, you know. Now he's just showing off. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear. But the only tiny thing here is Payne's penis. Is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tennate did not hear the sound. Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What you don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods. It's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tennate happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendants rearmed the bomb. What's this now? It happened before the trial started. It was when the detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb? Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch? Yes, a switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. This dude is a fucking idiot. Let me just leave this explosive completely unguarded. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anybody had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tenay could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Possible. Transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. Ah, that tail. 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 deciseconds. Why 3D models? Because I think they went in a different direction. Anyways, how you doing, Marine? They look so bad? Keeping in mind, this used to be a 3DS game. You're dead? Still not feeling well? They should have went with pixels. I disagree. I think it's an interesting... Well, I want to see more of the models before I make an assumption. But so far, not too bad. Considering this used to be originally a 3DS game. Tired as fuck. Are you gonna call off stream again today? Get some more rest? Rest and food. Alright, good. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. That's fair, Marine. Yeah, talk about a rotten hand. Oops. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. I guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need her testimony. Why is that guy not bald anymore? Because that's not the guy. That's his brother. Anyway, sorry. Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. Uncreative, I know, but it's funny to think about. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. I guess she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry. I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. Yeah, I know, Marine, but I think it's good that way, that it's not like super punchy, try to be humorous. Because it felt that super forced when it was the one clown episode from I think it was the second Ace Attorney game. Anyways. In that case, I will take my leave. Before I do, there's just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Is it? Me? Yes? Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling of the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. Ugh. This guy's hiding something. I just know it. Now if you will excuse me. Bailiff, please go to the lobby and bring back the defendants. I like that guy. The bomb disposal guy. It's the first episode, so you know he fucking did it. Junie. Hi, Thena. I just like the attitude. That's fair. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Thena. And I'll do my best too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentments against the courts, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary.
Objection!
What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. You were on the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? Ugh. Mr. Wright, can I go give that prosecutor a smack? But what? Of course not. Do we have to review courtroom manners 101 again? You can't let this creep that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me, just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared, so very scared. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. It sounds like this time, it's the voice of Miss Woods' heart. Don't deny it, you stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman. Ah, but don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentle man in this world than I. I think Athena's gonna fucking suplex this bastard. Ugh, as if a gentleman or even a gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena, How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attended a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. Huh. Fair, but the objection was true because he was badgering. And when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. Yeah. What does a genteel man mean? I have no idea. But if you... That's like... Is he part eel? No, Marine. You don't want to relate to him. You don't be fish. No, it's... If someone says genteel man like that, you know he's the kind of guy to use the fucking term femoid. You should do my Destinies play object. God damn it, newbie. How you doing? He's a redditor. Pain is a fucking redditor. Oh, Pain would be a fucking redditor. Yeah, you're goddamn right. I think he has the voice for it too, especially in the little anime segments. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but... Mr. Payne, that will be enough. Excuse me. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. I don't know if newbie just set Marine or upset Marine or what. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off, and rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Woods' heart? Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. Yo, power time! Have you seen anything about this game, Marine? Canonically, this case takes part in the middle of case 4. Oh, okay. I appreciate that up, then. Okay. As an artist, Marine, how do you think about Athena's design? And... you should totally get a judge outfit, Fugi. If I had the money to, I would. Or actually, I think I would like a lawyer outfit more. I don't want to reuse the outfit I had for when I cosplayed Avery Connors. Canonical Case has ordered 2 DLC, 3 first half of 4, 1 second half of 4. What the fuck? Just make a lawyer Vroid easy? Yeah, but that requires effort, and I'm working on a different Vroid. In essence, she can hear how a person is really feeling from the tone of her voice. Also, how's it going, Canary? I hope you've been doing well. Guys, it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use that analytical psychology you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Woods' heart. Okay, boss. I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Off gates. Let's do this. So your holographic thingamabob could show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony. I can enter all of that into a widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. I really like this song for some reason. These mood markers are fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. Gumbo, shut up. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. So with your special ability and Widget's mood matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. Picking up some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the mood matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we're going to pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Athena is a Discord. Fucking Discord mod versus a Redditor. Oh, fuck me. Hilarious. Okay, it's time to listen to Mrs. Wood's true testimony. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top. Why is the green one blinking? Phoenix is Grok. And Apollo is the YouTube AI mod. I don't know if I could even say that, newbie. I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. The power of Athena's is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. What? Already? Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting. Wait, is there actually a... First of all, you misspelled Phoenix, but is there a Phoenix right in my chat? I guess not. Well, look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint it. And then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the four mood markers with space. Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods. As the rubble was falling, there was also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great. Let's see what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled. I tripped. And then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Apollo used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking to Apollo give you some courage? Yes. Apollo is just like the sun. Strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. She's got the loves. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Thena. I wish I could crochet that fast. Looks like we were able to draw out some more... Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony. Yeah, pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must be some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix. I will be good to go. Remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected... Okay, whatever. Blah, 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 don't care. We can find the reason for the discord in her heart. And we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. Why would you be sad? You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes. I was really happy. But there was also something you felt sad about at the time. Sad? The reason I ask is... when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness, too. Oh. I think it's probably because of Bumrap Riney. What? Bumrap Riney? What do you know? Something new. That's right, oh, is it one of the other fucking stuffies? Brought my stuffed animal, Bumrap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bumrap Riney and Phony Fancy are brothers. Who knew that the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise? I had Bumrap Riney with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. But poor Riney. A victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fancy and Bumrap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Mr. Wright. Not any discord in Junie's heart anymore. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony. That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. Do you think her new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bumrap Riney was in that. I hate fucking saying that. It just does not seem right. By the way, this case is not as long as the intro and AJ. Okay. Now that we know for a fact, or now that we know that, it changes the meaning of the other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. Yeah. I tripped and rubble started falling. I thought I was done for. Apollo came and rescued me. Oh. That's Junior's complete testimony. Not bad on Mr. Wright. I should focus on the new statements Miss Wood made. The existence of Bumrap Riney should turn this... it just does not flow.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are without a doubt innocent. Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? Better translations have been made. I don't even think it's a translation thing. My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. Excuse me. The tail of the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that a phony fancy. It was the tail of... Oh, I love this theme. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bumrap Riney.
Objection!
What? What nonsense is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino? They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. The OSC just gets better with every game. I haven't heard too much of a spirit of justice. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. Thanks, Athena. Anyways, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the courtroom's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up.
Take that!
They're both gay. Okay. Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on two entirely different animals. But the design of their tails is exactly the same. Ah! There goes there. You're welcome, Marine. It's for the best. Order the... Wait, hold on a second. Ah, damn it. I thought they were going to be dressed up like Edgeworth and Wright. Was the tail of the bomb? Yes and no. Like it's the bomb was stuffed into this one. She was holding the blue one. Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bumrap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendants handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne? Yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around. Yeah. It's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. Hell yeah. That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. I suddenly want a cake pop. Give me a second. I bought, like, strawberry cake pops, and they're not bad, but, like, it doesn't feel cakey, you know? Strawberry. Has anybody here ever made a cake pop? Hey, Separate, how's it going? Maybe one day I'll figure out how to make cake pops. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. No, it's from what I can tell, it's just literally mixing like destroyed cake. I was gonna say cake crumbs, but like a destroyed cake. You mix it all up with some icing. You freeze it, or you just refrigerate it, and then you put like icing over top of that. Yeah, I always thought it was like roll like a meatball. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Athena. Really? Heh, thanks. To be honest, was I any help at all? I don't like that face. Of course. Without you, I thought we would never have gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but I'm going to give it my all. she said the line. No, okay. Sorry, I just had I will give you my all PTSD moment. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bumrap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then, Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be. so we went to take a look together. Huh. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. That's fair, Severed. I think it's just trying to adapt 2D to 3D. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5? Yes. I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But when they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify, Apollo insisted on staying here, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Anyway, we better go and get him. Good idea.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today! Come on, I know you're... No.
Gasp. Chat, do I keep going? Not much left. Well, I guess I have to keep going because Maureen said so. That is what she said, Severed. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. Given how things ended yesterday. Good morning. Windy old bag gang returns to keep you for the next 5 weeks. I will uninstall this game if I see her return in this fucking... Ugh. Mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey. Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you better watch out, okay? Well, at least you tried. You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice? Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. And it's all my fault. Sorry, there's just a lot of movement above me. Oh, poor Apollo. That's all my fault. Dina. Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away. It looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. Apollo and Phoenix are both immortal? Yeah. Newbie, from what you can say about these games, do you think Athena should deserve her own trilogy? Like, more games, of course. Because I don't think... Because I know there's this trilogy, the previous trilogy, the great Ace Attorney trilogies, and the duology that was Miles Edgeworth. Do you think she could, like, be able to have her own games? Like, do you think her character could withstand that? Was that this game already does her whole arc? Okay. Guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Or Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. The SOJ, she is barely relevant at all. Okay. Well, we'll make a decision on that after I finish this game. Oh, I guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who've studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too. I think Widget's giving it away. Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. There's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. I'll think about what he was doing in courtroom number 4, or who assaulted him. The doctor says it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Ugh, just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt Apollo. Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss. You're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now let's see. I'm sure they can give her something eventually. Now let's see. Better check court record one more time before the trial starts. Cool, I checked it. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. You bet. With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Wood's sake, and Apollo's too. A Mia-centered game? kind of strange, but I could see it. I love this intro. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor. I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. I apologize, Your Honor. Aha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up. Hold on. Judge entering disappointed dad mode. What? How do I have 2 blanks? Sorry, I have to check something. A separate matter, you say? And what might that be? I assume you are aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. Speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4. Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been for Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he? The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice had nothing to do with his trial. Ah, but I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it is quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found. The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice? Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne? I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with them. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing. Oh, fuck. What do you say? You mean he found something? You mean he found some incriminating evidence? Precisely, and so I surmise that the defendant picked up the piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him.
Objection!
Junie would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found out Apollo hurt like that. Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts. Ahem. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself. Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are we listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have just figured something out. Wonder what it was. You told me. I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidences really are related after all. I'd like to start by hearing from the defendant herself. Very well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. I'm sorry. Can't seem to stop. Miss Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo. Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would, then please testify about what happened to the court. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give the testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something? I think. Oh! New evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed. I believe so. You mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection!
Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor. What lie is that? When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence. No. I never...
Objection!
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. I found the proof of her foul deed here in the courtroom ruins. What on earth? Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand? Witness the message he left us. It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S. Why isn't that? That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters. What? I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of the attacker before he fainted. No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. We discovered Apollo yesterday. Apollo. No. We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena's scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. After that, they were in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Hold on, my internet's having issues. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Hold it!
Do you always cough when you get nervous, Miss Woods? Yes. Mr. Wright, please do not make Miss Woods nervous by pressing her throat so ruthlessly. But that barely even qualifies as a quasi-question. Let's help her relax with a little small talk before we dive into the cross-examination. You know, ask her about her hobbies and her crushes and stuff. Her crushes? Really? I don't know about this. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins? I went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Bum Rap Riney. He was keeping my medicine safe for me. He has a little compartment that I can put my things in, you see. And Phony Fancy has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Riney. Just remember, kids, don't put your medicine in your bum. Rap Riney. Unless it's a suppository. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there, I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there. I started looking for my Riney in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. Oh wait. So that's why you went to the ruins. I see. It seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods. I just popped a key off my keyboard. Oops. Paul started looking for Bum Rap Riney near the witness stand, where there was no rubble.
Hold it!
The area around the witness stand? Are you sure about that? I'm sorry, did I say something wrong? No, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. Must not upset her. Must not upset her. Yes, I'm sure that's where we search first. I'm going to say this one because he's away from the stand. As small as that is.
Objection!
So he started his search with the witness stand, you say? That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave. And strong. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that. But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave, and kind too. Oh, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. What you're claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind. But if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh, is that a piece of debris in front of it? I see your point. Rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand. Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps a witness is simply misremembering it. Ugh. Great, now I'm not so sure it matters. A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know? That's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene? Let me see, Your Honor. Ah, yes. I have one more. Here it is. A more pulled back version of the photo I presented before. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo Mr. Tenate's bomb transport case? That's right. Is there some problem? Ah, yes. That transport case was there in the courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. Must have been there ever since. Oh, that's it. Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before. Its position? The position of what? The position of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case? Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the sand. I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it? As I recall, I think it was more to the right. The right? So then that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack. Who cares about where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? There's nothing at all to do with what we were talking about.
Objection!
Where the transport case has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear. What? Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where this case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as it was shown in the photo. And this is where this transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Paul's attack.
Take that!
Your Honor, I said this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's... inconceivable. Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes. Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about the position. Transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there, because this case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Objection!
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
Objection!
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than just Miss Wood's testimony alone. What? And where's this proof you were talking about? It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this photo myself, Mr. Wright. What in this photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault? Fucking skid marks.
Take that!
All the proof you'll need, Your Honor, is right here. Oh, fuck off. You just served yourself a penalty. God damn it. Welcome back, newbie.
Take that!
Would it have been his ropes? No. Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it, but what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved. What? Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. Fuck. No! You did it, boss. It was a real nail biter, but you pulled it off. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Wright. That was a very clever deduction. Reddit mod gets ratioed. Oh, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that. Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off you. Ugh. This is the second pane. There are 3. There's a third pane? Well, we'll see him eventually, I guess. I have just one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If Mr. Justice didn't leave his message in blood, then who did? Huh? What? Oh. Well, looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. I do like something about this animation is that he kind of has like the stress side and actually like exhales for a bit before he like. It's a nice follow through. Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it? Ah, this feeling. Brings back memories of the old days. It was Johnny Bravo's evil twin, I forgot about Jimmy, congrats. Oh, fuck, I forgot about Jimmy, congrats. Back when you carved a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a 2-bit con man. Made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. And I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? It would have had to be the culprit. But Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing. Maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it. It seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute, I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. Doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write out Woods with just this much. Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. Since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so. But if it wasn't an attacker, then who else could it have been? Who could have written that message in the blood? If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left that bloody message? Well, it couldn't have been his attacker. What the fuck? Because I know the attacker's probably Ted. I mean, it showed him in the fucking intro scene. I'm just gonna say Ted and see what happens.
Take that!
This person, oh fuck's sake. What do you base this claim on? Do I really need to base my claim on something? Boss. Of course you do. Don't tell me you don't have anything at all to back up your assertion. Nothing in particular, really. That won't do, Mr. Wright, but a penalty will make up for your deficiency very nicely. Heck. So it wasn't Apollo or his attacker. When do you think about... who was at the crime scene? It was... So, it was Juniper?
Take that!
What? It was another person. Was it the detective?
Take that!
To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at this crime scene. Can his arm fit in your mouth? That's not where I first put an arm, but okay. Person who shed blood? You don't mean... Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left behind this message in blood. What? What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really.
Objection!
What kind of ridiculous assertion is this? What is that? If you had said the attacker left a message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Paul didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message. Uh-oh. I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case. Why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever. I didn't even know the lady who was killed. That hair twirl animation, that's fair. I don't even think it's twirling, I think it's just pulling it. They never even met each other. That's very true. Well then, let's see. Maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. Intended meaning? Not what it appears to be? Maybe the message was not intended to be Woods. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have meant to us have some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. Something I pulled out of for something I pulled out of my ass, it could have turned out to be true, right? It clearly says Woods, as anyone can plainly see. Where did the meaning could it possibly have?
Objection!
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that. You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed. And there is no such radio code as Woods, in this case. Or in this state, dear Mr. Wright. Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes. Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. If they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here. No, please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... And no stalling. If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have, besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language? Or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix. You can do this. Which piece of evidence will tell us what the word Woods really means? I was gonna say maybe like this, but I don't... Maybe it is, because I see L100. Yeah, because the R is being covered.
Take that!
The bomb transport case? I've had it up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't the string look vaguely familiar? L100. What does that have to do with anything? What could those numbers possibly have to do with this case at hand? Please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime scene photo. Oh, I think I see it. That a girl. That one's on my side. Or that's one on my side. It says woods. Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually L and a 1. The next two are zeros. Oh, my goodness. The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Woods' name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case.
Objection!
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. Next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
Objection!
But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. All I have to do is erase one line from the writing. Erase one line from where? Anywhere you like. Anywhere I'd like. Alright. I'll erase one of the O's. Wads? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, for fuck's sake. Your state of mind. I believe it stands for wise, optimistic, dauntless, and serene. Boss, what in the world? This is no time for a psychology test. I can't say my state of mind is exactly serene right now, Mr. Wright. Oops. I should say before I fuck this up any harder. Now this is just the intro level. I'm being dumb. This erases the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Well, would you look at that? L-I-O-O-I-S? No, Your Honor, isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015. Which, if you take away the final R, I have access to the AA anime, so an idea was... Oh yeah, no, I'd be so super down for that. Maybe on one of the upcoming weekends. I'm not sure if I can do this coming weekend. 14, 15, maybe?
Objection!
Erase two lines and they match up, you say. Well, I can change anything into anything else simply by erasing two lines. What if you erase two lines from your name? Would you be happy as Mr. Rye? Well, would you, Mr. Rye? What? The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here. And I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real messages to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the two lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. I'm 100% down with the idea, new, but we just gotta time it. The original message Detective Arm left behind was a transport case number. But whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. Candace Alm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose. No! To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who you were trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than...
Take that!
Defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tenate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. Ted Tenate? Apparently disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tenate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tenate's own ID number to finger him for the crime.
Objection!
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Why wouldn't they simply write the person's name? He's got a good point there. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tenate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Maybe using the ID numbers was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tenate's ID number.
Objection!
Now just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left the message, it would have been found at that time.
Objection!
Though there was a thing over top of it. Naturally, Mr. Tenate hid it before anyone else could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tenate was able to cover the message up because he's the first to find the body. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tenate himself. I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. When Mr. Tenate saw the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. So that's why the message in blood was under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So those letters lived on to serve another function, when Mr. Tenate used them in another incident. Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice. Exactly. Mr. Tenate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. That's fair, newbie, but I think it'd be best just to be like, hey, let's leave it on the weekend. When, like, especially you and I, because you're the host of this thing. And I want to kind of watch it. So he didn't clean it right away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind, he changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. That's fair, newbie. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber. It was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tenate. Yeah. Order in the court. Order, I say. Looks like we'll have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Plain, please have Mr. Tenate take the witness stand. Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants. Dismantle the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. Finally drawn Mr. Tonight back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Mr. Tonight, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonight. The message in blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is there on that bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangled ball of wires. I'll have them all entangled for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later. I see. ×2. But let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message? That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to... It'd be to analyze the DNA, wouldn't it? Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. Yes, Your Honor. It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. But there was no bloody writing there at the time. Here's duck, duck, duck. Yeah. That would be fucking hilarious. Sorry, that would be ducking hilarious. Anyways, there's no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. So between 8 and 11, so you have 2 hours to fucking die there. So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was? Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance of the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there. I see. Alright then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart? Alright.
Hold it!
Why are we the first person on the scene? To secure the area. There's regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first. In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the bloody writing then, didn't you? Well,
Objection!
Mr. Wright, please don't interrupt. Mr. Chen is about to give testimony that will just show how wrong your reasoning is. Darn. Oh, sorry. I think he was just about to say something interesting, too. When I went in and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite the disaster. But there was no bloody writing there at the time.
Hold it!
You were able to tell this even with those goggles on? With these goggles, there was no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head. Oh, you have a few grays, Mr. Wright. You fucking sassy bastard. What? Poor Mr. Wright. You're always working so hard, keeping our office together. Wait a minute. I don't have any gray hairs. Just kidding.
Objection!
I object to the witness's attempt to prematurely give me gray hair. Mr. Tenay, this court frowns upon untoward comments on a person's hair, or lack thereof. I'm sensing a great wave of sorrow coming from the judge. Oh. My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue my testimony? Anyways, there's no way Detective Arm could have written it.
Hold it!
If she didn't write it, then who do you propose did? Mr. Justice, of course. Just before dying, he wrote the name of his attacker, Juniper Woods. Final message from your poor subordinate. Poor Mr. Justice. I'm starting to get all misty-eyed. Apollo's not dead, folks. So how can you be so sure it wasn't Detective Arm who wrote the message? It's very simple. She had struck her head on rubble and then died near the courtroom entrance.
Hold it!
Do you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast? A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantial secondary damage from the blast wind. Detective Arm unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It stated in her autopsy report as well. Cause of death, trauma to the back of head. Ah, the autopsy report. Better take another look at that. Now do you see? Detective Arm could not have written that message. The reason for that being... she was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
Hold it!
Isn't it possible she could have crawled to the area of the bloody message? If that were true, then how did she return to the spot near the entrance? Maybe she crawled back after writing it? Huh. Did this guy just me? Would you like to get down on the floor and give us a demonstration of your theory? No, thank you. Victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach. Quite the conundrum. So that means something is off somewhere. Must be contradiction. Maybe the body was moved? But that doesn't explain how blood got onto the rubble. What if that was done by the real culprit after the fact? If that's the case, then something about that might contradict the evidence we have. Would... Can I go look at the blade message again? Okay. Yeah, I'll do the zoomed out one. What's up, Marie? While I would agree, the problem is that... that's just Doom. Yeah, true. No, the problem is with that is it's the R that's cut off here, too. Rip and tear, Jesus, dude. See, my thinking is there was no way Detective Arm could have written it. Because, like, she could have been transported in this, moved back, because then there would have been no blood streak. I'm gonna try this. You know what?
Objection!
Fuck. Damn it. I'm just sitting here in the most smug way ever. Fuck off. What am I missing? Wait. Yeah, we're trying to find a contradiction in her testimony. Hold on. I think I had an idea. Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say the bar sticking out would have stopped him, but... Maybe it's the time of death? I'll let you know.
Objection!
Am I circling the proper train of thought at the very least? It's got to do something with either how it's transported or the time. Or am I completely off course? You aren't that far off. Correct line of thinking, wrong detail. Wrong detail.
Objection!
Nope. What am I missing? Correct line of thinking, wrong detail. I'd give you a hint, but I would give it away. Can you at least tell me which of the 5 I'm supposed to be looking at? Like, which of the 5 statements? The image of her corpse. Was it because of the rock? That's true. Let's see if, let's go with that then.
Objection!
Fuck. You are overlooking one detail in the evidence. Oh! No, I see it. By a flat object. Fuck, I'm dumb.
Objection!
Fuck, I'm dumb. You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tonight. Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to back of head, caused by impact with a flat object. I've ignored 99% of this case, but I reckon that the policeman is evil. Gumbo, I'm glad you're on my side. Yes, what about it? Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your hair. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. Hold on. Clanker, god damn it. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. So this man just picked up this woman's head and just started rubbing it on like the fucking like corner. What? Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message. Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain analysis. Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And, as the defense claims, only parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all. Yes, you did it. You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. Mr. Tenate, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. Fine, I will confess. You will? But then, why are you so calm? Oh, newbie, that's fucking dark. Also funny. This time, I will tell the truth. The truth. It is true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm just mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body. Is that it? That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm. Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute. That in and of itself is a criminal act. You also changed the writing. You ass! Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
Hold it!
So you admit you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left? My bad. I should have said so from the outset. And you are sure it was your ID number? I'm sure. It was definitely my ID number. That number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The number is assigned to my goggles as well. So those funky things were provided by the police department. Although these are special goggles, customized by me personally. Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine were custom made as well. No one gives a fuck, Payne. Shut up! You were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny. Speaking of special, my gavel is made of mahogany and was custom made as well. Especially created to make a particularly loud and resounding sound. Wish I had something to brag about. Be all of that as it may, I just want you to reconfirm you saw the bloody writing clearly. That it was your ID number? That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor. She very plainly wrote number. I was shocked. Yes, Judge, do care, did ask, plus have a beautiful day, your baldness. Don't care, plus ratio, plus you're a pain. And as written after the bomb went off in the courtroom? Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic. Sounds like you were in quite a tizzy. on, I gotta... I don't like my fucking subtitles. You want me to test something? The way your hand looks in this idle pose bothers me. I actually like this. If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have psyched me out too. Can't imagine coming across the message "Sykes" written in blood. If I saw "gasp in pain" written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp. Rest assured, Mr. Tonight, I understand how you must have felt. And so you discovered your ID number written in blood at the scene, and... That is right. I saw it with my own eyes. It is very clearly said L10015R. But it did not detonate the bomb.
Hold it!
Didn't you? The victim may have had special knowledge of who the bomber was. I have no idea what thoughts Detective R may have had inside her head. It is not like I ever dismantled her mind to check. Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even school children knew that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now? Got me some slack, will you? Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your attorney's badge back after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am. I suppose I should be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Mr. Tonight, please continue with your testimony. With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but... Detective R must have mistaken me for the real bomber.
Hold it!
I'm mistaken. Do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion? That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number. The victim may have suspected Mr. Cheney for no reason other than the fact that as the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. In other words, a false accusation. It's vocational discrimination, I say. Hold on a second. I do not support discrimination of any kind. Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be killed with a gavel, Mr. Bluesuit over there probably would have pinned the crime on you. He would? Well, that just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, if you dare try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court. But I've never even tried to harm a hair on, or a strand of your beard, Your Honor. Well said, Mr. Payne. Because I am so closely associated with bombs, I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
Hold it!
You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing? I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dry. Police were waiting just outside for me to secure the room. I still had to move the body. I was in a panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case. Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation? Regulation stipulates only specialists may touch transport cases. Because of the danger, you see. I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad. My bad. Does he really think that will magically smooth everything over? This guy is something else. I don't believe Detective Arm's dying message was just some mistake. He won't wriggle out of that easily. What did Mr. Tenate see when he first discovered the bloody writing? There must be a contradiction hidden in his testimony somewhere. Alright. I feel like there's something wrong here. They said there's a contradiction. It's almost done, by the way? Okay. Is the lettering itself a contradiction? True, Marine. The R is gone.
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood. Thanks for the catch, Marine. Yes, it very clearly said that. They already had determined that the L1, the W was, yeah, what Newbie said. But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place? Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Was confession mission that implication? No, his confession was about finding it in the first place. So he found the bloody writing, covered the case over top of it, and then when Apollo was attacked, the case was moved back and he changed the writing. So I think he's just completely missing, because it was only about like his initial finding. That was what the testimony was about. Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R? Oh. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tenate? Jeez, the bots have been violent today. Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. Come back, my beautiful contradiction. Mr. Wright, I'm not sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. You have something for me, Athena? I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? That poor machine. What about that R? Did Mr. Tonight really see it? He actually did see it. Maybe Mr. Tonight really did see the R. There's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now that I took another good look at the photo, I think maybe... That's it! What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo on his cords of steel? I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. He did see it. The rock was in our mind all along. I suppose that Mr. Tonight really did see the letter R. But the photo clearly shows that there is no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tonight actually could have seen the R. If you're gonna make that claim, then you better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tonight could have seen the R? Please look here to the right of the 5. You see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tonight saw. Oh, why am I getting pinged on Discord? Oh, noggin.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles. It doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
Well, what Mr. Tonight saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Before? Oh, well that explains it. Huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now that if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was this message written? So, was she assaulted then the explosion went off? With a bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor, like that. We can only conclude that it was written before the explosion. But that's ridiculous. If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Order. Order in the court. What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. It does add up with the head injury, yeah. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast. What? Sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial? Let's see. According to the police report... Ah, here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Ted Tenate. Wait, what? No one besides Mr. Tenate saw the victim? That appears to be the case, Your Honor. I would now like to ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tenate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. Oh my. Mr. Tenate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Numbers. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tenate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Newbie, I thought you said that was the last one. Mr. Tenate, your testimony, please. My testimony? There is no need for... Wow. He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit a nail on the head. Because opt. All I did was transport the bomb to the 3 courtroom. I already told you. Ugh, blast this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swore I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Tisk tisk. Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright? What now, Mr. Payne? Yes, Mr. Tenate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm. What important piece of your assertion is missing? What important piece? The murder weapon. What do you claim was... Was it the bomb? I think the bomb may have been. Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tenate had the chance without a weapon, he can't accuse him of the crime. Well, Mr. Tenate? Oh, yes. That's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. Couldn't possibly have killed Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. Hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back. Sorry, trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm? I believe I can. Believe being the key word here. You can. Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tenate have that could have... The bomb, right?
Take that!
Mr. Tenate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing. What? What the devil are you talking about? You had this. That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. bomb blast, no, but I believe Candace's arm was killed with this bomb. I guess it's the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by an impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Sorry. I thought it was the rock, to be honest. That was everybody's assertion, but it's the bomb because of how flat it is. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Ugh. 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 I'm not doing this. What's with him? Show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb? He's right. I don't have anything decisive. Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad, the bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom, game over. Yeah. He's giving SFM animation? True. Ugh. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, the timer display is a little broken. Maybe broken and made contact with Detective Arm's head. That's definitely a distinct possibility. Unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. Ugh, I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Tanae managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? Times like this, I've got to change gears and look things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tanae murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. He placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. He hid her body in the fucking case. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tanae had to hide. What? The photo? Okay, so it had to hide, so it would have been her body.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, Mr. Tanae would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. Yeah, you're right, and if we can figure out where that hiding place was, exactly, we might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where can Mr. Tanae have hidden the body during the trial? In the case. Wait. A box big enough for a body. A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tanae. What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one who's going to show it to me. Come again? You heard me. Now, show me what's inside that bomb transport case. What? Why? No. There's no need. I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during that trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, that's completely false. If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Let's not. Not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in five minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off. Mr. Tenate, are you threatening me? Hehehe. I'm the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. But Mr. Tenate, didn't you say that that's just a training model? A fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH-3000. But the HH-3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH-3000 that blew up the courtroom number 4? Huh? The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made. What? Then are we to take that as a confession on your part? Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. Mr. Tenate, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH-3000, it is so unique. I never had seen anything like it. It's so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So, I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH-3000 in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check. So there really is a possibility that the bomb was switched out? No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. So we had a real bomb with him this whole time? We had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Order in the court. I'm out of here. It's gonna blow. Run! You four are still here? Well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. That horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne... that is... Puh! And he's off. Good fucking riddance. Mr. Wright, what do we do? It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off. There's only 3 more minutes, folks. Is that bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do? I'm curious. He's bluffing, but so am I. No, I can't do that. I can't run, not... Oh. I was hoping to see him have, like, a run animation. Mr. Wright, that look on your face. You weren't thinking of running away like a yellow-bellied chicken, were you? You tried. Boss, I never would have expected that from you. I only thought about it for a second. Unacceptable, Mr. Wright. If you think about running away again, I will be forced to throw you out of this courtroom. I wish you would, Your Honor. Better reconsider my next course of action. What should I do? I'm gonna run. Aw. I was really hoping that, like, Capcom, you wasted a perfectly funny opportunity. I can't run now. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
I agree, Marine. You're not going anywhere, Ted, tonight. Oh? Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? More of your famous bluffing? Even at the risk of your own life? Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now, not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. Right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Chenate's bomb is not the real HH3000. Really? Out with it then, immediately. Where's the proof that Mr. Tenate is holding that what Mr. Tenate is holding is not the real HH2000? It's the clock, isn't it? Oh. Where's the lack of cords? I'm gonna say lack of cords. The proof is here. Oh, fuck. Mr. Wright, are you guessing at a time like this? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Let me try again. That bomb is missing something it should have if it were the real thing. If the bomb doesn't get us, the judge definitely will if you don't get this right. Try again, Mr. Wright, and no guessing this time. Where's the proof that Mr. Tenate is holding? Yeah, it's the thing.
Take that!
Display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely, it broke when Mr. Tenate used the bomb to attack Detective Arm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right. Therefore, this is not the real HH3000. Mr. Tenate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Ugh. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright. No, stop. What is that? Is that a bloodstain? Just as I expected. Your lives have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tenate. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that it's Detective Arm's blood. And that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. About it, Mr. Tenate. Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? I think we wanted just to the fucking awesome camera angle change. Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tenate. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. It's real. This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real. Mad Bomber, party of one. There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. I'm not gonna make it! Only one thing left to do. Stop! At least the crash shots are nicely animated. Made it. Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. Haha. It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. One of the most boring breakdowns in the game. Interesting. I'm curious to see the other ones. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. I thought for sure I would disguise her death with an explosion. And that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him. And bam. And when the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could put it all on her. Why? Oh, why? Detonate. You are hereby under arrest. On suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault of Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see the members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Woods' verdict. Woods' verdict. Yeah, not guilty. Newbie, do the emote. Thank you, Newbie. Court is adjourned. You did it, boss? Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleaned up all at once. It was amazing. On my way to do the Dance in the Phoenix cosplay. Just go in front of the asylum and do that, Newbie. That's how you make your entrance. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of there, that was great. Mr. Wright, Dina, thank you for everything you did for me. Your Honor, I played Oopsie Daisy. I'm so happy for you, Junie. I can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie? Around 30,000 feet, I think. What? That's no forest, that's a mountain. But you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this the unsolved mystery you're thinking of?
Take that!
The remote switch, right? Yeah, I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Snake just got rid of it somewhere. Yeah. It is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should celebrate. We should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know, Junie. Shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone. Okay. Huh? Her grandmother? No, silly, to Apollo. Oh, right. Why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay. And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office. That's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. I agree, Newbie, but it was great. They kind of, like, I know there was like a 6-year hiatus, I think, between 4 and 5. I think it was 6. So, just starting off, like, I think this game initially came out in 2013 or something like that. Just like, oops, explosion. I think it was a good way to do it. And a good way to segue the franchise into 3D. And when our powers combine, we are an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
I do like the anime involvement.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Like, there's so much character just added right there. There's a little bit of stint. Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. We had tackled our first case together. You and I this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. But end. For no reason whatsoever, I don't like Apollo. I kind of got that when the entirety of my last playthrough Marine. This was actually part of the finale case. How many cases are there in Dual Destinies? Anyways, we're done here. I'm not going to continue on yet. Including DLC, this has 6 cases. Wait, do I have the DLC? Is DLC a fucking thing I have to buy? Let me check. Store page. Oh, DLC is included. Okay. Alright, let's write out. I appreciate you nerds for being here. I appreciate you nerds for being here. Fuck's sake. Please do yourself the favor and play it as the third case, but as is there a way I can change? Like, I'm just gonna do it in order. Now, do I raid Canary's girlfriend or raid an Australian? Yes, Marine. Really start IRC. Well, I'll do the DLC last. I'll just do it in the order given. I can figure it out later. So my options are Zenless Zone 0 or Town of Salem 2. Yeah, Pipetron. You're not rating Town of Salem? Alright, now I'm going to rate Town of Salem. Gumbo, you can't stop me. Joke's on you, fucker. Now you know what, I'll rate Nippy. You gotta support the homies, you know? Boom, not guilty. You too, Marine. And hope everybody enjoys themselves. My hand is broken. There we go. Yeah. Have a good night, guys.